Los Angeles Rams. Get out of your seats.
Suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez. Suavemente, bésame, que quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez. Suave, bésame, bésame, suave, bésame otra vez. Yo quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez. Besa, besa, bésame un poquito. Suave, besa, 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 bésame otro ratito. Pequeña, échalo pa' acá. Cuando tú me besas, me siento en el aire. Por eso cuando te veo, comienzo a besarte. Y me desesperas, yo me despierto de ese rico sueño que me dan tus besos suavemente. Bésame, yo quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez. Suavemente, ese coro. Bésame, es la cosa. Yo quiero sentir tus labios besándome otra vez. Bésame suavecito, sin prisa y con calma. Dame un beso bien profundo que me llegue al alma. Dame un beso más en mi boca cabe. Dame un beso despacito, dame un beso suave, suavemente. Bésame, yo quiero sentir tus labios.
What is up, my Remilia fans of the Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams? I hope everyone is doing great out there. It's Saturday. I was having my birthday week. It was my birthday a few days ago, so sorry I haven't been on sooner. And so I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And it's been a pretty good week, and we're down to the last game of the season, and so we'll see what we can do in the last game. We've got a lot of bright spots with the young guys showing what they can do. Baker Mayfield is back on the horizon as a legitimate starting quarterback in the NFL. All it takes is Sean McVay to get him off the snide. Same thing with Jared Goff. You remember how Jared Goff played under Jeff Fisher, and then McVay's working his magic with Baker Mayfield, who is talented, just in the wrong system. And so we're gonna see what happens with that. In a few minutes, well, in a minute or so, my granddaughters are gonna be here, so my dogs may bark. If you hear some barking, I'm gonna pause it, and then once they calm down, because they're coming to visit us, so give that a second. Just give you a heads up. That's why I have my Christmas dog here as a tribute to my doggies who bark when company comes by or the mailman drives up. They walk by the hallway. Just in case, I'm just giving you some warning. I'm still going to be here. If there's a mute, it's because my doggies are barking while my granddaughters come in the house, and then they calm down because they're happy. But anyway, so yes, it's the last season. We'll see what happens with that. And here we are. The champs are ending the season, and let's get right into it. Jose Avalos, what's up, brother? He says, hello. How you doing, man? Thank you for coming in. There's my guy, Peo time. Hey, Rudy, let's go. Yes, indeed. Thank you, my guy, Peo. Always welcome my Canadian Rams brother, fellow Super Bowl champion content creator on YouTube. Amazing guy. I appreciate my guy Peo, always, as always. And Damien Lee, what's up, Rudy? Hey, Damien Lee, props to you, my friend, also Niner, big Niner fan, and we go back and forth with our teams, and we'll see what happens. Everything's going good. Thank you. He says, what's up, Rudy? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Hope everything's good with you. Pale says, I'm predicting Cam Akers 150-yard performance, and that's a great story, Cam Akers, because he was this close from being let go with the situation with him and Sean McVay. He got a Sean McVay's doghouse. He missed a block, and Matthew Stafford got blown up. And and it was just a weird season. And but he's shown his mettle. They communication goes a long way. They communicated. They fixed the situation. He came back with the right attitude, and he wants to be a Ram, and he's already said that he wants to continue his career as a Ram. And we're so, he's given his blood, sweat, and tears. He's made heck of a blocks lately. One of them cleared Baker Mayfield to get a ball down the field on a big throw. And so, I really like Cam Akers. So that's a great 150-yard performance is not out of the question, especially against the Seahawks defense, which is pretty good, but we can run on them. And I would love that. I would love us to finish strong like that and get the W. Silly fun guy, Bobby Sackner is coming for them Hawks. I love it. Bobby Sackner, yes indeed. Stevo Supremo, 70 yards Payo, yes indeed. He means in the first half. Pale Time says, hey, Steven, silly fun guy here. Okay, here we go. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let me mute it real quick while my granddaughters come in. Well, they're not. So as soon as I mute it, that means my granddaughters are coming in the door, and then I'll put it back on. But let's get back to the chat. My guy Gil, what's up, Rudy? Let's gear up for Super Bowl 58. Yes, indeed. It can't come any faster. Yes, indeed. This offseason is going to be very interesting for us to run it back again next year. Hopefully, anyone except for the 49ers will be Super Bowl champions. But we'll see what happens. Pale Texas question: what are some of the off-season moves could you see the Rams making? Offensive line, edge rusher to help Leonard Floyd, shore up the receiving core, figure out from the game one how to get Allen Robinson acclimated into the offense, open up Ben Schroenick. He's shown what he can do. Tutu Atwell, get those two guys playing. Maybe figure out what we're going to do at safety. I love to move Jalen Ramsey at safety, and then go from there. There's a few things that we can do, but the main thing is offensive line. We need help on the offensive line. Our guys have got some games together. It's gotten a lot better, but with Matthew Stafford, Super Bowl champion, Glock 9, coming back, we want to make sure that he's safe. We don't want any conversations with Mrs. Stafford, saying, listen, they can't protect you. We need to do everything that we can to protect this man, because he is the key to getting another Super Bowl before Sean McVay and Donald ride off into the sunset. We need to protect this man. If this man is protected and we have a decent run game, guess what? This is what will happen.
Yeah, we're watching the bus pass us right now. They're throwing footballs. You've got Cooper Kupp waving to his fans, family members on the bus. What a great moment as they make their way.
Y'all not gonna believe what things I got in here.
This is what can happen. These guys are one season removed from being Super Bowl champions. We missed out on a couple of our free agents to come back, but we just had injury after injury. If we can protect this man, we'll get the production and we can beat any team. I mean, look at the teams that are good now. The Eagles, do we fear them with all of our guys intact? No. The Cowboys, no. The Packers are paying the neck, but they're probably not going to get far anyway. The 49ers, do we fear them in a big game? No, especially with Brock Purdy at quarterback. Imagine the eyes wide open as Aaron Donald arrested Aaron Donald because he's missed a bunch of games this year at the end, and Leonard Floyd are coming at him, and whoever we get to be man the other side, they haven't seen a pass rush like that in the NFC West. If he happens to be the quarterback, then if it's Trey Lance, and no chance Lance, I was calling him. So all we have to do is the offensive line. That's a great question, my guy Payo. Offensive line. It starts there. We already have the core guys. We already got Kupp. We already got Robinson. We already got Higbee. We already got Tutu Atwell's playing better thanks to Baker Mayfield and Sean McVay adjusting the play calling. Ben Skowronek deserves his name to be spoken right. His turn, flip the page, hopefully. consistently, and that's where it starts out. So let's get back into it. Peo says, "Hey, Gil." Philly Sun guy says, "Rudy and Peo, yes, indeed." I love it. I love it. I love it. Steve O says, "You're losing your OC, head coach, and Donald and QB, and no picks. Let's go." We're not losing. Well, the offensive coordinator, Liam Cohen, I've heard that he's leaving, that he may not be leaving. He can go because it didn't work out with him. He took a while for him to figure out how to use Allen Robinson. And so that's not a big, when you have Sean McVay as coach, that doesn't even matter. Sean McVay can step in, and that's what he's done with he does the most of the plays anyway, but that doesn't really matter. We lose offensive coordinators all the time. Donald's coming back for another year. There's no way that Aaron Donald and Sean McVay will leave this as the last game of their Rams career. He's already signed. So is Sean McVay. And plus we have like, off the top of my head, we've got like 4 picks. We got 1 starting in the second round. We got a 4th rounder. We got 2 6th rounders. We're going to get compensatory picks. We've got picks. So, and plus we have the core guys that won the Super Bowl. So we're good. Plus the cap's going to go up next year. And you know us with they're always asking us, how do they pay these guys? Well, because we're the number 1 franchise in the NFL when it comes to contrast. Ask anyone. with Pastors as our financial guy and F them picks mentality. We got a Super Bowl, we got two Super Bowls, we won 1, and this year we just had injuries. We'll be good. Jim Everett the Great says Rams development of their talent, a huge win. McVay's challenge is offensive line. Exactly right. This season we had to make the best of it. So the silver lining is we fast-tracked our young guys' development, and we can weed out the guys that we don't need. A couple of guys got waived. Surprisingly, Kendall Blatton got waived. I really liked him. Our guy, we probably weren't going to sign him back anyway. Henderson, running back, we waived him, and then somebody signed him right away, and then they let him go again. But Cam Akers, Kyron Williams is the future at running back. We'll see what happens with that. There's my guy Jay in the Bay. What's good? He says, Happy New Year. Thank you, brother. And props to your 49ers. I know I give you a hard time back and forth with the Niners because I can't stand the Niners, but I love you. You're my guy, Jay in the Bay, as well as my other content creator friends, Niners Sickness and the other guys. So props to you. And there's no feeling sorry for the champs for us. We don't want anyone to feel sorry for us. Just know that we'll be back next year. So whoever is going to win it this year, they better get it done this year, because guess who's going to be back? The Super Bowl champion Los Angeles Rams, who are at this time as we speak, January 7th, 2023 at 1:06 p.m. Pacific time, are still the reigning Super Bowl champions. Steve-O says, won't win 9 games this year, next year. Remember, says McVay's patient with Akers paid off with this recent experience. Exactly right. Exactly right. Sometimes, you guys do have a disagreement, and then it escalates, and then you know what, man, just go away from the team for a bit. We'll see, we can move you. It didn't work out, so maybe he kind of saw, well, you know what, I'm not where I thought I was. And then McVay said, you know what, man, come back. We need you. Let's go about it a different way. And the two guys came, and that's what happens. At any coach and player relationship, there can be hard times. A lot of times, Lawrence Taylor said how Bill Belichick would get mad at him, and then there was an understanding, and they took off, right? So it just happens. Also too with Matthew Stafford, there's disagreements and stuff, but they handle like men, and that is what it is. We never had an issue where Matthew Stafford was going to leave, but this is a younger player, and he wants to get the ball, and it's frustrating because when we had the offensive line, they're all hurt and he can't do anything with the ball. But now he's doing a lot better, and everything's looking hunky-dory for the next year. Exactly right, my guy Jim. Jim says Purdy is a fluke. Rams nemesis Jimmy G will be gone. Yes, indeed. The Brock Purdy story is something amazing. I'm waiting for it to unfold in the playoffs. I want to see what happens. If they were to get through and win the whole thing, props to them. Just like they say stuff to us that we won the championship last year, and we're like, yeah, it doesn't matter what you say. We're the champs. That's what would be with them. It doesn't matter what anyone says. You're the champs. But if you don't make it, then you're the same team that we thought you were, so we'll see what happens. You don't get a cigar for being close. If you're close and you lose, as Ricky Bobby and Sean McVay say, if you're not first, you're last. Pale Time says, hey, Jim. Yes, indeed. Steve-O says, Jim in the Rams chat, hey, they do exist? Well, they exist, man. For the second time in NFL in the recent years, the Rams have outdrawn the 49ers, our little brothers to NoCal, and any NFC West team for that matter in attendance. The Rams are above the Santa Clara team and the Seahawks if you look at the NFL attendance figures for the second time. So there you go. Even though one or two games, a lot of the fan bases come out, but they're still asses in the seats, so to speak, and they're paid tickets. And there you go. There we go. Let's see. Gil says, you think Liam Coleman isn't taking the Kentucky job yet to see if Sean McVay is leaving? How about Sean Payne taking over the Rams if McVay leaves? That's a great point, Gil. I was thinking the same thing. We were hearing rumors, and I think they're true, that Payne is already gathering coaches because he's getting calls and offers. The Rams aren't offering anything because they have Sean McVay. They'd rather have him back. And he is coming back because you can offer Sean McVay all the money in the world, but he doesn't want to end his Rams career as this beat up team. And the year after winning the Super Bowl, he wants to right the ship. And if he was going to leave, because if somebody's throwing you jack, you have to think about it. That's dumb. They're offering him $100 million contract just to give an idea of the pecking order in the NFC West, right? Is anybody offering Kyle Shanahan $100 million contract to be an announcer, to do whatever? No, because Sean McVay has the whole bag. He has the charisma. He has the knowledge. The guy's got a photographic mind. The guy's not, he's a great, decent looking guy on camera. I guess. I don't think anyone's beating down the doors for Kyle Shanahan. Like they always say, well, if he was fired, somebody else would hire him. Yeah, that's true because he's got a lot of knowledge in football. But there's one guy that's getting offers from TV, and like if he's John Madden or something, and he's never done TV. He's been a coach, but when he's on the camera and he talks, he's very knowledgeable, and it just shows you how lucky we are to have a Sean McVay. And God bless Sean McVay, and he'll be here for at least one more year. And if he wins the Super Bowl next year, I wouldn't be surprised if we win the Super Bowl with him. Great comment, Gil. Jay in the Bay says, what's good, Payo? He says, let's see. Demrick Smith says, Jared Goff helped us, so we should help him. I love Jared Goff. He was a Ram. I will always appreciate what Jared Goff did. He was a Ram, and that'd be neat to see him in the playoffs. I don't. It is what it is. Let's see. Jamera says, Steve-O 49ers, thumbs down. Demrick says, if we don't make the playoffs next season, then it's time to rebuild. Yeah, I think if we were to make the playoff this next year, it would be a very surprising situation. I don't foresee that with that team that we're going to have, especially if Matthew Stafford is not hurt. We'll see what happens. SG says, hi, Remilia. And he says, go Seahawks. No. How you doing, SG? Jimmy says, Purdy is a one-year wonder. Most of the 49ers games with him are easy. That's a great comment. And one thing I'm going to say is this. You can only alfalfa voice here. I didn't bring my drink with me, my water. So you can only play who's in front of you, and you can only do what you can to win. That's all that counts. The W is what counts. So he's done the job. But when I hear guys like, and I love Steve Young, compare him to a Mahomes because of a 4 or 5 game run that he's they won 8 games in a row, right? So half a season. I don't know exactly the amount of games that he's played, but Mahomes has done it for a few years and got to a Super Bowl, and he's carried the team. Brock Purdy's not carrying the team. He's very important making the timely throws and getting those short balls out to the yak yard leaders. The 49ers are a team of a bunch of yak yards. Here's a difference. The Rams have Cooper Kupp, who is probably the best wide receiver. Well, I'm just going to say it. The best wide receiver in the NFL. The only triple crown winner in the recent times. But he's a route runner. Matthew Stafford and him are on the same page. He can throw the ball right before Kupp turns. It's a timing play, and the ball's right there. But you need offensive line to do that. The Niners throw short passes. You got to throw it where they can catch it, but they take off and they're yak. They got a team of yak yards, and it's very successful when it runs good. But they're two different teams. The philosophies. There's different personnel too, so you have to go along to your personnel, your philosophies. But if Brock Purdy had to be a timing route, it'd be different. So he's kind of like a scheme quarterback. So we'll see what happens for the postseason because it's different. The Niners have been the better team in most of the games they played with Brock Purdy. When they played the one team, and it wasn't with Brock Purdy though, the Kansas City Chiefs that could score and have a quarterback on their side do things. They beat them. Brian Smith says KC SG Super Bowl KC wins. Exactly right. Sorry, I'm chewing my. I believe that it's KC's year as well. Brian Smith, that's a great comment. SG says Geno Smith will kiss kiss Mayfield's backside. Jim Smith says McVay isn't leaving. No, he's not leaving. At least not this year. Steve says, you think let's see, you think Matthew Stafford and Don are coming back because they don't want to end it? Second, no proof, my man. Well, no, yeah, that's true. Donald does not want to end his Rams career like this. He wants to go out on his terms, injured at the end of the season. Same thing with McVay. That's the attitude of champions. Now, does he need to play again? No, but he signed a contract extension. He'll be leaving he'll be leaving his team. But he can do whatever he wants. He's a grown man, but I don't foresee that. I don't have the proof of it, but the proof is that they signed the extensions, and also because they're champions. They don't give up. Now, if it's a health reason, like in the Matthew Stafford situation, he's already said he's coming back. So that's one guy, and then Donald is going to come back too because he understands what happened this year. But we'll see what happens though. Nothing is ironclad. Let's see. Derek Smith says, I feel it. Yes, indeed. Brian Smith says, need Robert Woods back. Man, I wish we would have kept Robert Woods. If we had Robert Woods, we could possibly, even with all the injuries, won enough games to be still in the mix for the playoffs. Brian Smith says, Purdy is a game manager. Exactly right. Derek Smith says, we can trade for DJ Moore or another or other wide receiver like Brandon Cooks. I mean, used to be around. Yep. There's always ways we can manipulate our cap numbers by backloading contracts and things like that. And so I'm not worried about us coming back. I just want us to make sure that we get the offensive line so we don't have any pause in having a losing stint. If we are able to come back with a better offensive line and these guys that played good intact as well, and we have depth in the offensive line, we should be good to go to give it another run. Steve says, Yak is the new wide receiver people will follow. Yeah. It's great to have Yak wide receivers because a little short pass, like a Debo, you give Debo an angle and he catches a 5-yard pass and he's gone. It's just a different way to go about it. But it's also a different quarterback that can make those kind of, for instance, Trey Lance couldn't do those short throws like Purdy does. And then Purdy isn't as good a deep ball thrower as he doesn't have the strong arm as Trey Lance, but Purdy's been throwing pretty good deep balls. He has missed a few in recent times, though. Gil says the Rams won the toughest division last year, but the Niners won the weakest division. Yeah, I would kid them on that. So I would say, well, look, when the NFC West was at its toughest, when all the teams were gunning, remember the Niners last year were in third place. That's what people will forget. The team down in North forget that they were third placers last year. That's why I would call them third placers. They had a good team and they did well in the playoffs, but they were third place. When the NFC West was at its strongest, the Rams won the division. The NFC West is in shambles. All of us have different quarterbacks, and the Niners won. Congratulations. So that's all I have to say about that. There's nothing more that you can say. When the NFC West is weak, guess who wins the division now by default almost, but that's okay. It's better to be champs than not in the NFC West. But yeah, this team here. So there we go. You're just having fun, but it is true though. That is a fact. That is a fact. Revs Dynasty LVI says, "What's up, my dude? Sorry I haven't been showing up, and my teeth pulled out. Yo, man, no, it's good. We all have busy schedules, and that's why they do replay. You can watch the replay, but I appreciate you, man. This is my birthday week, and I've been busy this week, and I appreciate you so much. But over the off season, and everyone that's been asking, when Kelly Ram and everyone else, just to let you know." The RSR Bermuda Sports Report merchandise is hitting down the pike. It didn't show up like I wanted to. It's still going to come out. It's going to be after the season though now. But I want it when I come out with it. I want you guys to know that it's got my seal of approval, and it's going to be all cool gear, from little wristbands, Bermuda Sports Report, shirts, hats, things like that, and it's going to be cool. You guys will like it, I believe. Let's see. Thank you, brother, for coming back in. Steve-O says a lot about the Rams. Yeah, the Rams are Super Bowl champions. What else can you say? D. McSmith says all the haters just want to hate. Exactly right. Well, they were waiting for this. After winning the Super Bowl last year, they were waiting for this, and for us to not win it. But it's funny though, because one team is the Super Bowl champions, and we had injuries, and we couldn't get off the snide. And they're laughing at us, but yet again, they did win nothing last year. They got lost to us, the main fan base that I'm talking about, that usually does that to us. It's funny. SG says the Raiders versus Chiefs game starts in 14 minutes. That's right. I got to watch that. Dimrick Sesmis says, is AD coming back? I think so. Yeah, he's coming back. Like I said, he does not want to end his Rams career injured. The rest of the games, and also he wants to give it one more shot because all of our guys are coming back. Really, 1 year with Stafford is not enough, so that's what I'm saying. It would be a huge surprise, which I don't think would happen with McVay or Donald leaving, or even both. Brian Smith says Cooks makes too much money. He makes a lot of money. So let's get into some clips I want to show you guys. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's just get right into the game trailer.
Over the course of his 11-year career, he's done it all.
He'll go down as one of the best linebackers to ever play this game.
World champion.
We the best defense in the world.
All-pro honors.
The IQ is unbelievable.
More tackles than anyone still playing. His Hall of Fame credentials are confirmed.
He's physical, fast, he can do it all.
But in this regular season finale, a first. Sunday, Bobby Wagner will lead the LA Rams out of the visiting locker room at Lumen Field. The Seahawks' path to the postseason is blocked by one of their all-time greats.
He took it away from Tony Jones.
He deserves the ovation he'll receive from the 12. Then he'll do everything in his power to silence Seattle.
Wagner. And some SG says, thoughts on Mahomes. I love Mahomes. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks. Thoughts on Jared Stidham. He had one good game. He looks like he has pretty good tools, though, to work with. I'll give you that. Also, too, I want to just say I've been showing on my community page. Did I put the pick up here on the community page? No, I didn't. Darn it. hold on. Did I get it in here? Please. Yes. Pray for Damar. So apparently, I haven't looked at Twitter today. That he is now conscious. He's breathing on his own. They took the breathing apparatus off of him. So prayers go out to him. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to continue his career. So prayers go out to him and his family. I just want to say that. And also, so that's that. And then Torrey Holt. Let's get this man in the Hall of Fame. A finalist again. It's horrible that he didn't make the Hall of Fame the first time around. He deserves to make it. And on top of that, I'm going to say this. Guess who has more yards than the great Torrey Holt that's not in the Hall of Fame? Number 80, Henry Ellard, deserves to have been in the Hall of Fame already. When he retired, he was in the top 5 in receiving yards. Now with all these pass-happy offenses and the defense lack rules, a lot of people are getting numbers. This is before even Greatest Show on Turf. And so, but Henry Ellard should have been there already. Steven Jackson, the all-time Rams rushing leader, should be in the Hall of Fame as well. London Fletcher, if you look at his numbers, and the great Ravens linebacker, my guy. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Hold on. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. No, I don't. I thought I had it here. Okay, that's okay. So the Ravens linebacker Ray Lewis, they have virtually the same stats if you really look at it. I was going to put it on one of my other posts, but I forgot about it. So I'll show you on a future post. But London Fletcher deserves to be in the Hall of Fame too. He's a Super Bowl champion. His stats are very similar to Ray Lewis's stats if you look at it, except for the Pro Bowls, because it was it's kind of like a popularity show. Besides being good, it depends who you are sometimes. London Fletcher didn't make a lot of Pro Bowls, but his numbers were up there with the top linebackers in the NFL. So hopefully he'll get in there soon. But let's go to now the Rams versus Seahawks. It's the last game. We did the game trailer already, and let's get into the injury report. And let's get into that right now. Here we go. Hold on, sorry. But yeah, Torrey Holt needs to be in the Hall of Fame. He should have been in the Hall of Fame already. It's just horrible what this happens to these guys. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Let's get this going. There we go. Let me get my big head out the way. Boom, shakalaka. All right. Nick Scott, Aaron Donald are out. Brian Allen and Ben Skoranek ruled out for week 18. So Nick Scott has a shoulder. It came up at the last minute, so he's going to be out. That'll sideline him. And McVay said rookie Russell Years will start at safety. So let's just get to down here. Here we go. Brian Allen out. Aaron Donald out. This is game status here as of Friday. Here's the Friday practice. Greg Gaines, full participant. He'll be in. Havenstein will be there. Tyler Higbee, Jaden Ramsey, all good to go. Full. Nick Scott is out. Ben Skoranek out. And then Bobby Wagner. Also, by the way, Bobby Wagner only needs 10 tackles to break the great linebacker, Rams linebacker for the season record, Rams season record for linebacker tackles. Our guy Laurinaitis, James Laurinaitis. So, and then here's the here. Let's see, what is this here? What's going on here? Seahawks. Oh, that's right. I saw Austin Blythe's name. I was like, hey, that's a Ram. No, it's last year. Okay, so here's the Seahawks injury report. Austin Blythe, we missed you, brother. Full. DJ Dallas, limited. Noah Fant, limited. Poona Ford, full. Phil Haynes, questionable. Travis Homer, doubtful. Bruce Irvin, full. Of course, he's going to play. Gabe Jackson, full. Quentin Jefferson, questionable. Most likely a game time decision. Damian Lewis did not participate, questionable. He was limited on Thursday. Friday did not participate, questionable game time decision. Tyler Lockett, limited, questionable. Most likely he'll play because they need this game. But we'll see, game time decision. Abraham Lucas, full. DK Metcalf, full. Beast guy right there. Ryan Neal, DNP for Friday, questionable game time decision. Ichana Nswah, I can't even say it, full participant, linebacker. Kenneth Walker, full. Al Woods, full. So there we go for the content, or for the injury report, rather. And let's get back into the chat, and then we'll have some more clips. Let's see. Let's see here. Steve-O, relax, Steve-O. It's the last game of the season. We're having love and brotherhood. We appreciate you. We'll see what happens. Ramzani says, appreciate you all, my brother. Much love, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you too. Philly Fug, I said, let's go, Bobby Sackner. Yes, indeed. London Fletcher, not make the Hall of Fame. We NCAA and move on. Steve says, praise for Hills now. So yes, indeed. Danny Berry says, Ram suck, yo. We better be good next season. We'll be good next season. Don't worry. Okay, so let's get back into the clips. I'm going to show you. These are our guys talking about the top players, top 5 players. Okay. It's our guys, our teammates, favorites. And here we go. Ernest Brown's top 5: Tom Brady, Barry Sanders, Randy Moss, Aaron Donald, and Deion Sanders. Not bad. This is the Madden 23 top 5. Tutu Atwell, Michael Vick, Randy Moss, Tom Brady, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. Not bad. Bobby Swagner, aka Bobby Sackner, Michael Vick, Randy Moss, Ray Lewis, Barry Sanders, Ed Reed. Nice. Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey is the one. Jalen Ramsey. It's funny. You know, I love Jalen Ramsey. He's a Super Bowl champion. It's just funny that, on Jalen Ramsey, it doesn't surprise me, and I don't blame him. His first pick is Jalen Ramsey at cornerback. I love it. Why not pick yourself? Aaron Donald, Von Miller. Those 3 picks are great. Michael Vick and Patrick Mahomes. Love it. Those are great picks. That's awesome. But yes, indeed, the Rams versus the Seahawks in the house that, let's go old school. That Mark Bulger built. Also, too, I want to say this to my fellow USC fans, Ram fans that are USC fans. Running back Austin Jones is going to come back. He's going to run it back. So we were talking about running back as the Rams. At least we're going to get a little running back with my player from USC. Here we go.
They call me well and they know what. Look out! Austin Jones! She got that whopping weight. She's alive on top. Come with a mop. I need to stop. Then I can rock the game. She's over. Jones lost his helmet, but he's in anyway. My heart to hand. My heart to shit. I changed a lot. Never tell nobody. You see me by myself out in the crowd. It was me and the clock. Turn up the front down. Ain't nothing to do to get money. So I'm working the block. AP a $250,000. I'm sorry, this watching. I come from me punching no clock. Build up some faith. Got my number in motion and got me a spot and start working my flop. Why you keep testing me? WID and WIA. Giving out cards. I told the bro if you can't get a knife, get a lock in the socket. What we got? I know for sure that when shit go, I ain't cuffing these. Swapping them out. We really spin. I really did. Can't talk about it. Not for the clout. They putting shackles on car. Watch it instant. As soon as you do, they gon' break in your house. Put Unc in the chopper in mind. They ever come in. They're not letting none of them get out. I be performing. Never on minute. As soon as I take me about. I done had this one and this this one and that one like let's the town. She super pretty and handle her business like.
There it is. Our guy, a running back, Austin Jones. God bless him. Hopefully he'll be able to help us win the national championship. This year was so disappointing at the end. We started out so good, and but it's okay. It's the first year with Lincoln Riley, and so it is what it is, and that just let me turn my switch back on. That just it is what it is. Just a disappointing season. My Lakers have a chance to do something maybe at the trade deadline. We'll see what happens with that. My Lakers are so due, and and then my Rams are going to have to retool at the end of this year. Hopefully, we'll get some help on the offensive line, and we'll see what happens with that. And here we go. Hold on. Let me set this thing back up here. There we go. Okay. So there was one thing too that I wanted to. I've been showing this on my community page before I leave here, and it has to do with the last game at the Mi Hacienda restaurant. The Rams fans are going to be there, and they're doing a fundraiser for the SoCal Rams Booster Club. The SoCal Rams Booster Club is doing a fundraiser for the former and cool dude President Ralph Valdez, and so I've been posting that. And if you guys want more information, look at my community page. It says who's going to be there. But I'm looking for something so I can post it for you guys on here. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. If you guys do go, it's going to be $5 at the door to get in. And Rosie Greer is going to be there. Rosie Greer is going to be there. A lot of other Rams legends. Hey, let me just show you what I'm talking about. I couldn't get the picture up, so let's go to the Twitter. And here it is here. Let me make sure everything is showing up on my screen for you guys. Yeah, so there it is. So it's going to be the SoCal Rams Booster Club. It's a fundraiser, and and then it says $5 donation, 17 and under are free. The last game of the season. Doors open up at 8:00. Rosie Greer is going to be there. It's going to be $30 for Rosie Greer. The other Rams alumni, guys like Greg Bell, Leroy Irvin, Joe Sweet. On my community page, it's all on there. Frank Corral, a bunch of OG Rams are going to be there. David Hill, tight end David Hill. Those will be $20. And even if you don't want to spend anything on that stuff, there's going to be raffles. They're going to be raffle off gear. Always a good time. And the SoCal Rounds Booster Club, there's a lot of Rounds Booster Clubs, but they're really family friendly, family oriented. They're really well run. They do like the Ram Fest and things like that. Like it's great events, very family friendly. But if you guys if you're in SoCal and you're able to come out, it's at the let's see, what was the name of it? Mi Hacienda restaurant in Whittier Boulevard, Pico Rivera. For more information, you can call that restaurant or go on the SoCal Twitter page and find out more information. But it's going to be a good time for my Ramelia, and they're always pretty good dudes, and I love it. Let's see. My guy Corey Davis. Hello, Rudy. What's up, Corey? Appreciate you, Corey. And for all you, for all the Niner fans and also just football guys, you guys want to check out my guy Corey Davis's channel. Big Niner fan, but he's a good dude. And you know, another one of my buddies that are Niner fans, and you know, really good guy. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna call it a day, guys. Hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Hopefully the Rams will get a dub tomorrow, and hopefully Baker Mayfield will finish out strong, and Cam Akers. And as we always say, may the Romelia be with you, and Romulators, mount up. And I'll be on a post game after the game's over, and all off season we're going to do a lot of live shows, and we'll do call-in shows. We meant to have some during the season, but it didn't work out. So we're looking forward to that. So I appreciate each and one of you guys. Love each and one of you guys. And as we always say, may the Romelia be with you, and Romulators, mount up.
Romania Sports Report, Ron Perry.
God bless you.
Rolling down Imperial Highway, the big nasty red out of my side. Santa Ana winds blowing hot from the north.
How you doing, baby?
We were born.
There you go.
Roll down the
We're gonna win the
window,
Super Bowl again this year.
put down the top, crank up the Beach Boys, baby. Don't let the music stop. We go and ride it till we just can't ride it no more. From the side bay to the valley, from the west side to the east side, everybody very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. It's like another perfect day.